Court grants 10 million naira bill to #end bad governance protesters charged with treason. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got in ears this morning. As our headline for this morning says here that the court grants 10 million naira bill for NSAS protesters charged with treason. A federal high court in Abuja has granted bail to 10 members of the #end bad governance protest movement who were charged with attempting to overthrow the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu between August 1st and 4th, 2024. Each defendant was granted a bail of 10 million naira. Delivering his ruling on the bail application, Justice Emeka Nwente specified that the protesters must provide sureties who are property owners in Abuja. The court further requires that the sureties deposit the property documents with the court and swear to an affidavit of means. Additionally, the court mandated that each defendant produce one surety based in Abuja. These sureties must be willing to deposit their international passports and submit 3 recent passport photographs to the court. In rejecting the obligations raised by the Inspector General of Police, Justice Nwente ruled in favor of bail but imposed a restriction on the defendants, prohibiting them from participating in any public rallies throughout the duration of their trial. Until the bail conditions are met, the court had ordered that the defendants be remanded in prison custody. The protesters are accused of committing treason by allegedly engaging in acts of war against Nigeria during their week-long nationwide protest. The court has set September 24 for the commencement of the trial. And that is all we have for you concerning this headline today this morning, which says here that court grants 10 million naira bill to #end bad governance protesters charged with treason. Well, of course, you had it from me this morning, and if you're not a subscriber, the best you can do right here, right now, is to tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave a like on this video to get more updates concerning this in the next future to come. Well, the Federal High Court in Abuja granted a 10 million naira bill to the protesters that were charged with treason. You know that 10 of Nigerian protesters were charged with treason. They said they wanted to overthrow the president, and they wanted to even punish them by death. But that was too severe. Yes, that was too harsh by the president. Yes, and taking them to court and finding them guilty, the court has ordered that they should pay the sum of 10 million naira. They should just pay the sum of 10 million naira. And to me, I think that is reasonable. That is very, very reasonable. They have granted 10 members of the #end bad governance protest who were charged with attempting to overthrow the president 10 million naira bail between August 1st and 4th, 2024. Well, each defendant was granted 10 million naira bill. That means one out of each of them will pay 10 million naira bill. And not just that though, the court further required that they must provide a sureties. Yes, and those sureties they must own property in Abuja. Then they must provide somebody that will stand for them, and those people must also own properties in the country, and those people must be able to drop their documents. What I mean by document, I mean that their international passport, their right to the property, like valid documents, just to prove that yes, they own property, and just to prove that civilians of Nigeria, and those documents will be seized if they can't pay that 10 million bill. Yes, that 10 million bill fine, and until then, they will not be able to release them. Yes, according to what the court said, they won't be able to release them if they did not provide all these necessary requirements. If they're not able to meet all these necessary requirements, they ain't gonna release them. But to me, I feel it as the federal government just playing wicked right here, because these people actually were fighting for the better good of the country. You guys just had to arrest them, and upon arresting them, you are giving them a 10 million naira bill. Some of them may not be able to afford that. Where do the civilian now, as at this time, want to see 10 million naira? Where does he want to see 5 million talkers of 10? Yes, that is too much. If you ask me, that's too much. These people did not commit a crime. It's not a crime protesting for the betterment of the country. It is not a crime protesting so that Nigeria would change. It is not a crime. Yes, the president just want to silence them by all means. Just want to silence the masses by all means, and this is what they are doing. And they are doing what they are doing just to silence the people. But that is not going to work. That is not going to work because me and you are in Nigeria. We see the way things are still going out now. People are even saying that she will do another protest again in October. Yes. Youth are already deciding maybe they want to do another protest in October. And maybe if they do another protest now, maybe the president will still arrest them and sue them again, issue a lawsuit against them again. These people, it's not a crime in a democratic country like Nigeria to protest. It's not a crime in a democratic countries to protest. They were accused of committing treason by engaging in acts of war. What act of war are they talking about? Is it carrying placards, cardboard that cannot harm, that cannot even harm a cockroach? You call that war? Is it carrying marker and be writing on a cardboard and be shouting end bad governance? Is that war? Is that war? Tinubu is just bitter because of he feels that he has failed as the president of the country, which he has. He has failed as the president of the country. He's now using, will I say, he's venting his anger on just these 10 people that were captured or something like that. Or what do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button as a big red one with the notification bell, so that anytime I have a new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you all for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.